There's a reason some people seem to effortlessly attract success, happiness, and power, while others struggle their entire lives. It's not luck. It's not talent. It's something far deeper, a hidden understanding of reality that ancient masters discovered centuries ago. These weren't just philosophers or mystics. They were individuals who unlocked the true mechanics of existence. They knew how to reshape their circumstances, access limitless possibilities, and bend reality itself. And today, modern science is finally catching up, proving that these so-called secrets are more than just ancient wisdom. They are real, measurable principles that can transform your life. In this video, you'll learn 3 reality-shifting secrets that were once hidden in sacred texts, guarded by those in power, because they knew the world would change if too many people had access to them. First, the mirror principle, the secret so controversial it was kept from the public for centuries. It explains why your reality is nothing more than a reflection, and how you can change everything by shifting just one thing. Second, the quantum gate, a hidden knowledge that allows you to step into alternate versions of your life, instantly accessing new opportunities, success, and transformation. And finally, the master key, the most powerful secret of all, the one that explains why some people shape their destiny with ease, while others remain stuck, repeating the same cycles forever. By the end of this video, you won't just understand these secrets, you'll have a practical guide to applying them immediately. And once you do, your entire reality will begin to shift before your eyes. Let's begin. 1. The mirror principle. The first secret was so controversial, it was hidden in secret texts for centuries, because those in power knew its potential to change everything. Reality isn't what you think it is. Everything you see, experience, and even struggle with, it's all a reflection, not of the outside world, but of you. The ancient masters understood this at a level so profound that they used it to reshape their entire existence. Take a moment to look around. The circumstances of your life, the people you interact with, the challenges you face, they aren't random. They are mirrors, reflecting the deepest parts of your subconscious mind. For thousands of years, this knowledge was reserved for those in the highest circles of wisdom. It appears in texts from ancient Egypt, Taoist teachings, Hermetic philosophy, and even in hidden meanings within religious scriptures. But why was it concealed? Because it puts power back in your hands. If reality is just a mirror, then changing what's inside of you changes what's outside. That means those who understand this can shape their destiny with precision, while those who don't are stuck reacting to a world they think is outside their control. The elites of every civilization knew that if the masses discovered this truth, they would no longer be controlled by fear, manipulation, or external authority. Instead, they would become creators of their own reality. Look at the great sages, warriors, and leaders of the past. They didn't wait for the world to change. They changed themselves first, and the world conformed to them. Laozi, the founder of Taoism, taught that the universe flows effortlessly for those who align their internal state with their external desires. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, practiced seeing every event as a reflection of his own mind, choosing his reactions, and therefore shaping his reality. Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest inventors, spoke of the power of mental imagery, saying he built entire inventions in his mind before ever touching a single tool. They understood the secret. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs don't just influence reality. They create it. For centuries, skeptics dismissed this principle as mystical nonsense. But today, science is proving what the ancient masters knew all along. Quantum physics reveals that the mere act of observation influences reality, suggesting that consciousness and the physical world are deeply connected. The double-slit experiment proved that particles behave differently when they are being observed, raising the question, is reality shaped by awareness itself? Neuroscience also backs this up. The reticular activating system, RAS, in your brain filters reality based on what you focus on. Ever notice how when you start thinking about a certain car, you suddenly see it everywhere? That's not coincidence. That's your brain selecting reality to match your internal state. Now, imagine applying that same principle to your dreams, goals, and desires. What if instead of focusing on fear, doubt, or limitations, you trained your mind to expect success, abundance, and opportunity? Your brain would begin filtering reality to bring those things to you. But how do you apply this in real life? If reality is a mirror, then the first step to changing it is changing what's being reflected. Here's what you need to do. 1. Identify one major pattern in your life. Is it financial struggle? Toxic relationships? Constant obstacles? 2. Ask yourself, what thought or belief could be creating this? If money problems persist, do you secretly believe wealth is hard to obtain? If relationships fail, do you subconsciously expect abandonment? 3. Change the internal pattern. Every morning, spend 5 minutes visualizing the opposite reality. Speak out loud. I always attract wealth and opportunities. Feel the emotions of success as if it's already happening. It might sound too simple, but this is exactly how ancient masters rewired their minds to align with their desires. And it's how you can too. Because the moment you shift inside, reality has no choice but to follow. 2. The quantum gate. Having the ability to access infinite possibilities at any moment might sound like science fiction. But this second secret unlocks exactly that. And it's been hiding in plain sight all along. Right now, you're living in one version of reality. A life shaped by past choices, beliefs, and habits. But what if that wasn't the only version of reality available to you? Ancient masters understood something that modern physics is only just beginning to grasp. Reality is not fixed. Every decision, every thought, every moment presents a gateway to a different version of your life. And those who knew how to access these gateways could shift their destiny in ways that seemed impossible to everyone else. Long before quantum physics, mystics and sages across cultures spoke of multiple realities existing simultaneously. In Hindu philosophy, the concept of lokas describes different realms of existence that one can shift between through consciousness. In Buddhism, the idea of pratityasamutpada, sorry for pronunciation, this is in Sanskrit, teaches that reality is shaped by perception and intention, meaning infinite outcomes are available. Taoist masters spoke of flowing with the Tao, aligning with higher paths of destiny by adjusting inner energy. To them, moving from one reality to another wasn't just possible, it was the essence of mastery. The great masters didn't just accept the reality given to them. They accessed higher versions of their own lives. Yogananda, a great spiritual teacher, spoke of shifting into a higher reality through meditation, where new possibilities unfolded effortlessly. Leonardo da Vinci was said to enter deep states of altered awareness, pulling ideas and inventions from realities that had not yet manifested. Napoleon Bonaparte credited much of his success to a feeling of absolute destiny. He acted as if he had already won, and reality bent to his will. They all tapped into a power most people overlook: conscious selection of reality. For centuries, mainstream science insisted that reality was objective and linear. Then, quantum physics shattered that illusion. The many worlds interpretation suggests that every possible outcome already exists in parallel, and our consciousness simply chooses which version to experience. Think about it. Right now, there exists a version of you that is wealthier, more successful, and living your dream life. The only difference? That version of you made different choices, whether in thoughts, beliefs, or actions. Even the observer effect in quantum mechanics proves that the act of observing something changes its behavior. Meaning, your attention is literally shaping your experience of reality. The ancients knew it first. Science is just catching up. If you want to access a different version of your life, you don't need luck or waiting for circumstances to change. You need to step into the reality where your success already exists. Here's how. 1. Decide what reality you want to shift into. Is it financial freedom? A life of purpose and fulfillment? A version of you that is unstoppable? 2. Locate the gate in your daily life. Every choice is a fork in the road. The smallest decisions, how you think, how you react, what you focus on, are constantly selecting one version of reality over another. 3. Assume the identity of that future you. How does that version of you think, act, speak? Start embodying that energy now, not someday. 4. Shift your emotional state. Emotion is the frequency that aligns you with different realities. Instead of waiting for success to feel confident now and watch success follow. This is exactly what the greatest minds in history did, whether they realized it consciously or not. They stepped into a future that already existed and aligned themselves with it. Most people wait for proof before they believe. The masters believed first and proof followed. And that's why they lived lives that others could only dream of. 3. The master key. This final secret is the most powerful of all. It's the reason some people seem to bend reality effortlessly while others struggle their entire lives. Every great civilization had its mystics. Every era had its legends. But if you look closely, the ones who changed history all had one thing in common. They understood how reality works on a fundamental level. They weren't just lucky, talented, or in the right place at the right time. They mastered something deeper, something most people never realize. This is the master key. And those who wielded it shaped their world while everyone else was controlled by it. Step back for a moment and look at the patterns in your own life. Some people always attract opportunities, while others seem stuck in endless struggle. Some rise from nothing to build empires, while others remain trapped by circumstance. Some overcome impossible odds, while others give up at the first sign of resistance. This isn't random. It isn't just hard work, luck, or intelligence. It's the result of an unspoken law, one that ancient masters discovered and guarded for centuries. They knew that the external world is not the cause, it's the effect. Everything begins from within. But here's where most people go wrong. They focus on changing circumstances instead of changing themselves. They chase success, happiness, and power, never realizing those things are only reflections of the internal state they hold. The greatest minds, warriors, and sages didn't wait for life to hand them power. They became powerful first, and the world adjusted accordingly. Bruce Lee trained not just his body but his mind, believing himself to be unstoppable long before the world saw it. Tesla lived in a state of absolute certainty that his inventions were real before they ever physically existed. Buddha reached enlightenment by realizing that external suffering was only a reflection of inner resistance. They didn't hope, they didn't wish, they aligned fully and completely with the reality they wanted until it had no choice but to manifest. This is the master key. And once you grasp it, nothing will be outside your reach. Ancient masters understood reality through intuition, but today, science confirms what they knew all along. The placebo effect proves that belief alone can alter biology, healing the body without external medicine. The Pygmalion effect shows that when people are expected to succeed, they perform at a higher level because reality conforms to expectation. The law of resonance in physics states that energy of a similar frequency naturally attracts, meaning the state you hold determines what you attract. Reality isn't happening to you, it's responding to you. Change your frequency and you change your world. The secret isn't just knowing this, it's living it. Here's how. 1. Drop the old identity. Stop identifying with struggle, limitation, or failure. The more you repeat, "I'm stuck," the more you are stuck. Instead, step into the version of you who already has what you seek. 2. Use the power of absolute certainty. Masters don't hope things will happen. They know. Certainty is the frequency that bends reality. Speak, act, and feel as if your success is inevitable. 3. Refuse to engage with opposing realities. If something contradicts your desired reality, ignore it. Don't fight against limitation. Transcend it by shifting focus. 4. Feel the end result now. The mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. Feel the emotions of already having what you want and watch reality align. This is how history's greatest figures shaped destiny itself. And now you can do the same. You now hold the same secrets that ancient masters guarded for centuries. Not just theories, not just ideas, but the exact principles that shaped the greatest minds in history. The mirror principle revealed that reality is a reflection of you. Shift what's within, and the world must follow. The quantum gate proved that infinite versions of your life already exist. The only question is, which one will you choose? The master key gave you the final truth. You are the creator. The moment you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with a higher reality, you step into it. But knowledge alone isn't enough. Most people will hear these secrets and do nothing. They'll go back to their old patterns, waiting for proof before they believe. And that's why their lives won't change. The ancient masters knew something that separates the few who transform from the many who stay stuck. You must act as if your new reality is already real, before the world gives you proof. Because reality isn't waiting to change. It's waiting for you to change. If you're ready to put these secrets into action, start with this. 1. Every morning, ask yourself, who am I becoming today? Choose the identity of your highest self and embody it before the world reflects it back. 2. Throughout the day, catch yourself in old patterns. Every thought and reaction is shaping your reality. Shift them intentionally. 3. Before bed, feel the emotions of your desired reality as if it's already yours. The subconscious mind rewires itself while you sleep. Give it the right blueprint. Within days, you'll notice small shifts. Within weeks, undeniable signs. And before you know it, you'll look back and realize you've stepped into an entirely new life. Now, the choice is yours. Are you going to keep living by default? Or are you ready to take control of reality itself?